Live today because I've, since OpenAI's Dev Day, which took place a few days ago. I don't know if you were hearing noises or something or music, but yeah, OpenAI released a bombshell a few days ago where they introduced GPTs and assistants. Today, I'm gonna talk about GPTs and what I'm building with them. Of course, in terms of the enormity or the size of the opportunity here is crazy and it's big. And they're going to launch a GPT store, which acts like an app store, just similar to, for example, the iOS store, where people build apps and sell them. So they're going to do something like that. So there's customizable GPTs that are going to be public, and other people will use them, and then so the revenue from this will be shared between OpenAI and creators of these GPTs, and therefore it's important to start, like familiarizing yourself with these tools, as it's a new economy, it's a new revolution, and you don't want to miss out on that monumental shift in society and work and all that it encompasses. So without further ado, let me just go to my ChatGPT and show you what I'm been building. So, for example, let's start from the beginning. Okay, so let's go for like just ChatGPT. So here, what you go to GPT GPT/editor, and this is where you begin to build GPTs. Um, Also, you could go for GPT Explorer. So here you go for GPTs/discovery. And then here you see the GPTs that have been already produced um, by OpenAI, for example, the DALI, the data analytics, the ChatGPT Classic, Game Time, the Negotiator. All of these GPTs are created by OpenAI for now, but soon they're going to open this for public. So I'm personally creating, I'm exploring with three different GPTs right now. Some of them are personal for me, and some of them are going to be public. One of the main public GPTs I'm creating is this one, Limitless GPT. And I'm starting to testing it right now because I built the foundation for it. What this does is it's life planning and second brain. So for you who don't know me, I'm passionate um, about productivity and living a purposeful life and having your life and every second and every time that you do aligned with your purpose. I recently given a presentation on that matter. In fact, I can pull it out real quick to show you what I'm talking about. I've done this presentation. Basically, that is ultimate productivity for the age of AI. And we talked about like the how the goals and tasks and habits should be structured, and they should all come from the values, your personal values, your personal mission statement, and your life's vision. And then we dissect those into long-term goals, and those long-term goals are then divided into projects, and then these projects are divided to habits and tasks. And of course, some projects are evergreen, which means that they don't have necessarily a deadline, and some others they are having the deadline to finish. So this is how personally I organize my life, and so I thought like let's build a GPT that basically helps others to build what I'm building for myself. And here's the quick definition. So what are the values? Okay, the values are what matters most to me. What's the mission's purpose? What am I here for? And these are the timeline for these. So the VMVs are usually 30 to 50 years of time. in terms of goals are 3 to 5 years. Now, of course, for you to achieve your mission in life, you have to achieve multiple goals. It could be up to 10 or even more major goals that you need to reach. I think about goals are the main milestones, the main um, threshold where you achieve a great long-term goal. And then these goals are then divided into action driven uh, KPIs or targets that you need to accomplish. And then and then they are categorized into multiple projects. The project is usually a 2 to 16 months duration. Again, there are some projects that are evergreen, and then we can talk about them later. And then there's tasks and habits. So yeah, these are further descriptions for my productivity system. And then we talked about, the time management matrix, where you should be spending most of your time, whether it's urgent and important, or whether it's and how to delegate, when to schedule for later, and when to eliminate tasks on your plate. And then we talked about the flow book summary, which is what is a good task and what is a good project. And these are like basically the attributes for such. And then we went through the 5 productivity tips. Face difficult tasks, overestimate your deadlines, bundle similar tasks together, remove distractions, and learn to enjoy the journey. So this is basically the presentation I've given recently on the ultimate productivity. And now, when it comes to Limitless GPT, this is the GPT I've been working on for the last few days. Basically, if we go into the inside of it, just to show you the kind of programming we did for this one, and the kind of programming I'm planning to do in the coming near future. So when you go on to configure, of course, we created a beautiful logo that resembles a tree and at the same time. Because again, a Limitless GPT is going to be a life planning and a second brain for the users. And then here we describe what does it do. So what's the general behavior of this GPT? And then what is the tone of voice of this GPT? What is stage one? What is stage two? And their outcomes. So what I did is I went to Notion, and I created. I've been writing all of this kind of guidebook um, for this Limitless GPT. And this guidebook has a description: what's the general behavior, what's the tone, what's the stage one look like, stage two looks like, stage three, and then final instructions. So when I created all of that, I also attached the presentation you just saw. So now we have a reference so that this GPT is going to refer from and execute. And then very soon I'm building an action where this GPT basically publishes your to-do list on Notion. So I'm already creating the integration. So yeah, so here's my integration for Notion. So I'm building that very soon. You're gonna see it taking place. I also gave it some few examples here. So first time here, let's begin. This will start from the very beginning. The second, let's continue where we left off, and then the other one is productivity apps, and then why do you exist? Meaning, like, if someone is curious about Limitless GPT, they could see why it exists and why it's important. So this is basically the GPT, the back end, the back side of the. So with that in mind, I'm going to leave it here. Just to I'm sharing my progress so far. Of course, I'm building more GPTs, and I will be in new live streams to explain more. So with that being said, let's talk later.